Do you guys know who James Blunt is?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
You're beautiful.
Oh, that guy.
Which guy? Sing it again.
It's true.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Everyone loves that song.
Mine too, I like that.
You must be an angel.
I think you only had one song.
Sounds like the Bee Gees guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
very good.
Very good. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Very good.
Same guy, right?
James Blunt is joining in with Neil Young and all these guys.
Joni Mitchell.
Against Joe Rogan in a different way.
Oh my God! I like this one.
He has threatened to release new music on Spotify to protest against Joe Rogan.
Wow.
That's funny.
Oh, that's
Is
great.
it a troll?
No, yeah, I assume
Better
so.
stop or to make more music.
Damn, that's fucking.
Hanson should come back too, and we're like, if Joe Rogan doesn't come out right now, we're gonna come out with a new single.
That's dope.
What's another music artist that you guys don't like?
Don't like?
I don't really not like James Blunt.
Who's the? I used to love him, but then those guys.
What the?
Limp Bizkit?
Is that
Nah.
Limp Bizkit?
That's not.
Oh, Limp Bizkit does suck though.
Yeah. Disturbed. Yeah. P.O.D.
It definitely sucks.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit does suck. Yeah.
I just realized I actually don't like James Blunt.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
You got beef with him?
I mean, it's just like whack shit. I don't know.
He kind of comes from a musician.
It's like
Burn him down.
it's not like a fucking connoisseur's point of view. It's like it's my reaction is very that shit's kind of whack.
Oh,
It's a very
damn.
uneducated, not like it.
B-boy right there,
Yeah,
dude.
it's that. It's just like I don't know. Fucking lyrics are just so fucking mainstream sounding to me.
It's probably not for you.
Saw your face in a crowded place and I don't know what to do.
He's like, I don't like him. Knows all the lyrics.
Fucking baby write that? No,
Sorry,
I could write that.
Hey, that sounds kind of good to me.
Sounds
You
pretty
know,
good.
sometimes music is made for the middle class and the masses, and we just gotta be okay with that because people want to buy things at the mall, you know?
That's true.
that shit sounds like Baby Shark the prequel to me.
That's the story.
I like Pissed Off Ryan.
It's too yeah.
British?
Wait, because you are actually a musician that like we respect and stuff. Who else do you not like?
Yeah, let's go.
Who else I don't like? I'm not better than any of these people, by the way.
That's okay.
But as far as your
As a
taste,
consumer, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, I just want to know who you hate.
Is there anyone like on the radio that you're like, I don't see why people like this?
He's like everyone.
Or like Gwen Stefani sucks.
I don't know because that's hard because it's easy for me to find reasons why. Like I can understand why a lot of shit is liked because if it's different. But if it's so like cookie
Bland?
cutter, like then that's when I'm like, ah man.
That's when I actually think no wonder people like it. Because if you think about the world, right, in a bell curve, the masses like standard things. Just like they dress bland, they like things that are cookie cutter. So it's like, of
More
course,
Crocodile Dundee hat.
yeah, I like things that are either extremely broke and different or extremely rich and extravagant. I don't like the middle. But I think that's a creative person's like outlook because like style and cultures are usually created by the two outliers, not by the consumer masses.
Yeah.
So that's why. But when you do have something standard and pop and whatever, the middle ground people love it.
Yeah, I think it's not like I like the art of having to reinvent pop all the time because that's probably the fucking hardest thing to do. But like Bonnie McKee, who's like a really great producer. She like wrote Teenage Dream for Katy Perry, and she always says that like pop is it's basically saying the same thing in a way that wasn't said before. Like, but you're saying
It's like an action movie.
Yeah.
That shit's hard.
yeah, because she's like, if you look at the lyrics of Teenage Dream, it's basically just saying how attracted you are to somebody in another way, but it's not a different new statement.
what about
that's
this?
tight.
What about the song that goes, "You Had a Bad Day"? Do you remember that song?
Yeah. Good thing. But now,
I feel like that guy,
That's actually, I mean,
that guy, and James Blunt, they blew up.
that's true.
It's about the same shit.
they were Ford versus Ferrari to you.
They were the innovators of radio music at the time.
So wait, so Neil Young, so I remember this on Twitter where Neil Young was like, I'm gonna take all my music off of Spotify because I don't want to be on the same platform as that Joe Rogan
He
who
says they can have Rogan or Young, not both. With an estimated 11 million listeners per month, JRE, which is hosted exclusively on Spotify, is the world's largest podcast, has tremendous influence, and they have a responsibility to mitigate the spread of misinformation on their platform, though the company presently has no misinformation policy.
That's hilarious because first off, if he's gonna accuse him of misinformation, shouldn't he list out what the misinformation is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are actually writing off Joe Rogan right now and just saying like, oh, he's spreading lies. He's, COVID lies. He's giving people that are anti-vaxxers and COVID like a platform and all this stuff. And I'm like, I've listened to all of those. Yeah. And I don't know.
When the media wouldn't let Bernie talk or Andrew Yang talk like during the Democrat primaries.
Yeah.
And the only place that they could go was Joe Rogan. And then both of them were on Joe Rogan talking about how the media only lets you talk in sound bites, and you basically like sit there, you wait to talk, and then you have 3 minutes, and then everybody gets their clips digested by however they present them.
Or chop you up.
Chop you up. So then the way that they liked that Joe Rogan had a place where they could talk at length about real issues instead of all this bullshit. So,
In depth.
I remember when back then, I remember a lot of people on the left were like, this is so cool that Joe Rogan has a place where they can actually go and talk. Yeah. And Joe Rogan just does that for everybody, no matter what you think, which I think, threatens a lot of these guys who want to control every fucking word of the narrative.
Yeah, I don't know what like specific lines of misinformation he actually has or what they're accusing him of, but what is crazy is that it's escalated so big that even the White House is telling Spotify there's more that you can do. I'm like, holy shit, is that big of a deal?
But even his video that he released where he says, look, I have a certain I've had a large majority of the people talk about COVID maybe on one side. And he goes, maybe I do need to have the opposing side a little bit more, or have a better discussion with other minds that are on the opposite ends of the spectrum of what they think about COVID. And he's like, I could do a better job of doing that. Yeah. And when would you ever hear a media
He's a better
company,
man than me.
That's what I'm saying. You would never hear.
You, bitch.
You would never hear anybody like say like, yeah.
First of all, fuck you.
especially if you're Joe Rogan and you're like, I'm just trying to have a conversation, and that's what the whole. Like, that's how his podcast blew up, is just having conversations with people that people don't really have.
But if you go against the narrative of mainstream media, you are such a threat. And it shows right now, like, okay, so CNN, they went after him, right? Saying that he's doing horse tranquilizers and this and that. And they even, dude, it's so fucking crazy. They even, like, made his image like
green or something.
Green and gray and ugly. Yeah.
It made him look sicker.
And then
Isn't it the president of CNN like going through some like sexual assault thing with Cuomo too?
Yeah. Well, no, he was commiserating with a coworker apparently, but still, people think there's more to that story. But he just resigned.
Oh shit. Well,
You don't hear about shitting on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's been pretty fucking nuts, man, because all those guys are.
CNN filter.
That's
He kind of looks hard though.
crazy.
He kind of looks good right there.
CNN,
Like a Ninja Turtle.
they made the tree look deader too.
all the alphabet medias, right? NBC, ABC, all those guys, right? They're all sponsored by Pfizer, Moderna, whatever. They're also in their like what do you call it? In their executive board, right? There are former members of the military and all this stuff, right? And so the thing is, like, when they talk about news as if, oh, we are a reputable source, you got to come to us, whatever, they're also not exposing, like, who their like, hey, we have connections and ties to these things, so you might have an incentive to make your sponsors look good or your friends look good. If they're in the military, if they're retired CIA agents, all this stuff, right? If they're a part of your staff. And this is not like a fucking conspiracy.
Is it not a conflict of interest?
It is.
But are conflicts of interest a conspiracy theory now? Apparently they are.
No, and it shouldn't be a conspiracy because it's an actual fact that they have CIA, they have military retired peoples, they have all them in their board of executives in all the agencies, right? They have them in these media outlets. So when these guys are going out there and saying like, wait, Joe Rogan's spreading misinformation, you need to come to us because we're a real news source and we don't do that shit. And it's like, actually, you are. You are doing exactly that. It's fucking nuts.
Especially with CNN.
This is what we're talking about right now. Let's just watch it together.
Pfizer, CBS Health Watch, sponsored by Pfizer. Anderson Cooper 360.
Pfizer.
By Pfizer. ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by
Pfizer.
Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer. CNN Tonight. brought to you by Pfizer.
And this goes on for a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy because
How come they don't sponsor us?
I love it.
I would love it too. And then
I'll
we
fucking say everything good about Pfizer.
Yeah, me too.
But they gotta pay me.
Yeah, give me $8 million.
And so behind the scenes, right? People will be like, well, they're just sponsored by them, but they're a news source. Well, guess what? Like when we get sponsored by different, companies inside, it's like basically written that you don't fucking talk shit about the company
Super basics.
that's sponsoring you. Yeah. You're not gonna be sponsored by fucking Coca-Cola and then do a video about how Coca-Cola is fucking, creating obesity and shit.
No.
Because they'll pull the plug on your ass.
Exactly.
You send that, by the way, you go ahead and cut that. You're like, Bart does a joke about how Coke gets you fat. Guess what? They spit that right back at you and like do it again. That's just how it is, motherfuckers. Like, but people, it's so.
Do you remember when MythBusters the Asian guy from MythBusters did a little special showing that McDonald's chicken nuggets were real chicken? Did you believe that?
No, I never saw that. What was that?
They basically paid him to do a MythBusters thing showing that the McDonald's food was actually really good chicken.
It's not the pink paste thing.
No, like it was like a weird.
It was a brand integration.
And I was like, that is the biggest buyout I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Did they actually do that one change? Didn't they actually do a moment where they're like, all right, now we're using real chicken in their chicken nuggets?
they're like, okay, now it's
I think
chicken.
they say that now. 100% real chicken.
Yeah.
This is now like made with all white meat or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
AKA
Yeah.
wasn't chicken before.
No,
just
that's
want
white
nuggets.
paste,
But if
dude.
you think about that, if you had to go as far as to get MythBusters to show your food, then you knew there was something fucked up about it.
But it tastes so good
Getting your
though.
food myth-busted?
That's when they were fighting against Super Size Me. That's what was happening.
Did you guys ever give a fuck if it was chicken or not?
No, that's the thing. Like, that's what they need to do is be like, hey, you guys fucking like it.
They needed me in the focus group. I would have told them, doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there.
It doesn't matter to me.
Why are you trying to be so healthy? Shut up.
Yeah.
You wanted
Stop being so lame.
Ronald McDonald comes out, it's like, your McNuggets aren't chicken. We're like, so? Like, that's it? And everybody was still eating it. Because Supersize fucking made me go get McDonald's right afterwards.
It made me hungrier.
Man,
I saw the dude eat, I think, 2 meals back to back, and he's like,
quarter
I couldn't
pounders?
take it anymore, so he throws up out of the car. I'm like, what a fucking pussy.
I was like, you're the one that did it. You're the one that signed up for this.
Didn't they like eventually uncover that he was like on all these drugs
Oh, I don't know.
or some shit?
I think he had some issues.
More
Yeah.
reason to get McDonald's for lunch.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, we used to eat McDonald's for like breakfast and lunch and sometimes dinner.
Just don't eat McDonald's 3 times a
Look
day.
how we sound like we're sponsored by McDonald's.
Don't eat anything 3 times a day.
Yes.
I will say that one time that they did that thing where they put McDonald's like fries and burgers in like a something for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And then it looks the same after like a year.
It does,
Yeah.
it does.
But I'm like, oh shit, there's gotta be something fucked up with the food, but it still tastes hella good.
No,
We'll be alright.
It helps you become immortal.
Like, you kind of know what you're getting into when you order McDonald's.
You're just gonna shit it out. It's fine.
The fact that I'm still alive and I'm 36 years old is a fucking stunner. Yeah. Considering
And you're stunning, dude.
the shit I've put into my body over the years, are you fucking kidding me, dude?
It's a preservative.
Human beings are resilient.
McDonald's fries do suck though when they're not hot.
Oh,
I was about to say.
No. McDonald's fries suck now.
out right now.
McDonald's fries suck now. They used to be good. They used to use animal fat and all kinds of shit. They used to be delicious.
Yeah, they used to use lard.
And they
and everything.
changed them.
Yeah.
And now I gotta go to Burger King to have a decent fry.
They used animal fat before.
used
That's
to.
what made it good.
They used lard on the, because I remember
fat or
as a 7-day Adventist we couldn't eat, well, we weren't supposed to eat McDonald's because they cooked it in pork oil.
Yeah.
And because you can't have pork. So they would tell us, oh, you can't actually have that. That's the reason why I couldn't have Hostess products, because they use pork oil to make Twinkies and Ding Dongs.
Ooh, that's what they're so pork in a Twinkie.
Everything's in
I
a
don't know if there
Twinkie.
still is,
Do
but
the
there was.
research. Everything's in a
Because of
Twinkie.
law. That's the point. I don't want to do research on something.
Muslims I know that like Twinkies.
It's like a Muslim national food.
They're like, no!